Today, we're diving into a topic that's been generating a lot of buzz recently. In this video, we'll debate whether it's something real or just fairy tales designed to deceive people. We're going to immerse ourselves in a fascinating topic that has captured the attention of millions: the blue supermoon of August 21st, 2024. This video will be a space where we explore the mysteries of this moon, not only from a scientific perspective, but also from a spiritual one. So, stay with me until the end, because today we're going to delve into something much more significant. Does the moon really have an effect on us, human beings? Is it possible that it influences our emotions, thoughts, and personal development? Or, on the contrary, is all this simply an illusion, a lie we tell ourselves to give deeper meaning to our existence? What I propose in this video is a journey toward understanding, not just from a scientific viewpoint, but also from a spiritual and quantum perspective. We will debate, reflect, and above all, explore how this celestial event could be more connected to our daily lives than we imagine. So I invite you to relax, take a deep breath, and open your mind and heart, because what we are about to discover together could transform your way of seeing the universe and your own self. To start, I want you to take a moment and think about the following. Why is this topic so important? Why are millions of people around the world so attracted to the moon, especially when it comes to such an extraordinary phenomenon as the blue supermoon? Since ancient times, humanity has felt a deep connection with the moon. Ancient civilizations like the Mayans, Egyptians, and Greeks saw the moon not just as a celestial body, but as a deity, a powerful force that influenced their lives and the course of nature. And although we now live in an era of advanced technology and scientific knowledge, that ancestral connection has not disappeared. In fact, it could be said that it is stronger than ever. Now, some might argue that this fascination with the moon is purely cultural, a vestige of ancient beliefs that no longer have a place in our modern understanding of the world. But if that were the case, why do we still feel that almost magnetic attraction to the moon? Why do so many of us experience changes in our mood, sleep patterns, or even creativity during different lunar phases? The answer to these questions is not simple and certainly cannot be reduced to a single explanation. It is a topic that encompasses science, spirituality, psychology, and personal development. And it is precisely this intersection of disciplines that makes it so fascinating. Let's break this down step by step, starting with what science has to say about it. From a purely physical standpoint, the moon has a direct and measurable effect on our planet. Its gravity is responsible for the tides, those gigantic movements of water that occur every day. But the moon's impact goes beyond the oceans. There are studies that have shown correlations between lunar phases and certain human behaviors. For example, it has been observed that during the full moon, some people report having more difficulty sleeping. Other studies suggest that there may be an increase in criminal activity or emergency room visits during these periods. However, it is important to mention that the scientific community is not entirely in agreement on the magnitude of these effects, and some argue that the evidence is not conclusive. But this is where quantum physics comes into play. This branch of physics, which studies the smallest particles in the universe, has revealed something surprising. The observer's consciousness can influence what is being observed. This means that our perception and beliefs could have a real impact on the reality we experience. In this context, if a person believes that the moon has an effect on their life, that belief could influence their behavior and emotional state. From a spiritual perspective, many traditions believe that the moon is a mirror of our inner state. During the full moon, for example, it is said that our hidden emotions and repressed desires come to the surface, illuminated by the moon's light. This is a powerful opportunity for reflection and introspection, a moment to face those aspects of ourselves that we often avoid. The blue supermoon, in particular, is seen as an event of amplification. The moon, being closer to Earth, exerts a stronger influence not only on the planet, but also on us. It's as if the universe offers us a unique opportunity to pause, reflect, and realign our energies with those of the cosmos. But how can we take advantage of this energy? How can we integrate this cosmic experience into our daily lives in a way that helps us grow and evolve? This is where personal development comes in. Personal development is a path full of challenges. Often, when we try to align ourselves with the energies of the universe or apply spiritual principles in our daily lives, we encounter internal obstacles. One of the most common is skepticism. We live in a society that values logic and reason above all, which is understandable and necessary. But this sometimes leads us to distrust everything that we cannot measure or scientifically prove. So when we talk about the influence of the moon or any other spiritual phenomenon, it is normal for doubts to arise. Does the moon really have an impact on my life, or is it just an unfounded superstition? These are valid questions, and we shouldn't simply ignore them. Instead, we should use them as a starting point for deeper exploration, because true personal growth is not about blindly accepting everything we're told, but about seeking our own truth, experiencing and learning through our own practice. Another common challenge is fear. Sometimes, when we feel that something bigger than ourselves is influencing our lives, it can be terrifying. The idea that we are connected to a vast and mysterious universe can be overwhelming. But this fear is also an opportunity for growth. It invites us to face our insecurities, expand our minds, and accept that we are part of something much greater. A practical way to overcome these challenges is through self-awareness. This means being present in every moment, observing our emotions and thoughts without judgment, and allowing ourselves to feel without suppressing what arises. During a blue supermoon, this process can be even more powerful since the energies of the universe are aligned to help us in our introspection. You can start with something as simple as a full moon ritual. Find a quiet space, light a candle or incense, and sit in silence. Meditate on what you are feeling, on the challenges you are facing, and allow yourself to be open to any revelations that may arise. Remember that it's not about seeking immediate answers, but about allowing the answers to come to you naturally. Let me share a personal experience that helped me understand more deeply the power of the moon in my life. A few years ago, during a full moon, I found myself in a moment of great confusion. My life seemed to be in total chaos, problems at work, tensions in my relationships, and a constant feeling of anxiety that wouldn't leave me alone. Instead of trying to ignore what I was feeling, I decided to use that moment as an opportunity to explore what was going on inside me. I distanced myself from distractions, turned off my phone, and took some time to be alone under the moonlight. During that night, as I meditated and wrote in my journal, I began to notice patterns in my thoughts and emotions. I realized that many of the problems I was facing were not really external, but stemmed from fears and limiting beliefs I carried within me. The moon's light at that moment became a mirror, reflecting what I needed to see but had been avoiding. That experience helped me make important decisions. I began to let go of toxic relationships, reevaluate my priorities, and make changes in my life that led me to greater balance and well-being. It wasn't an easy process, but it was deeply transformative. Since then, I have incorporated lunar rituals into my personal development practice. It's not about magic, but about using the energy and symbolism of the moon as a tool for introspection and growth. And although each full moon is unique, the blue supermoon has a special power, an amplified energy that can help us make significant changes in our lives if we are willing to embrace it. So what is the big lesson we can take away from all of this? The moon, in all its phases, is a reminder that we are in constant change, in constant evolution. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, we also go through cycles in our lives. These cycles are not something to fear, but something to accept and use for our personal growth. The blue supermoon offers us a unique opportunity to tune into those cycles, to reflect on where we are and where we want to go. But we must not forget that the moon is only a reflection of what is already within us. True transformation does not come from external forces, but from our own will to change, from our willingness to face our shadows, and from our ability to embrace the light. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that events like the blue supermoon can do all the work for us, but the truth is that these events are simply reminders, opportunities to take conscious action in our lives. The moon can light the way, but it is we who must walk it. So, as we prepare for this blue supermoon, I invite you to take a pause and ask yourself, what changes do I want to see in my life? What am I willing to let go of in order to grow? And most importantly, how can I take responsibility for my own well-being and development? If this video has inspired you, if you feel that something inside you resonates with what we have discussed, I invite you to join our community here on this channel. We explore topics such as spirituality, personal development, and connection with the universe together. So, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Additionally, I have many more surprises and content prepared for you in the coming weeks, where we will continue to delve into how we can use the energies of the universe for our personal growth. Don't miss it. Remember, the universe is in constant motion, and we are part of that movement. Take advantage of the energy of this blue supermoon to reflect, to grow, and above all, to act. Because at the end of the day, it is we who have the power to transform our lives. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You are one of the few who have the ability to maintain such attention. To let me know you've made it this far, comment, "I will work on my being," and I will personally greet you in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, may the moonlight illuminate your path and guide you towards your greatest well-being. See you soon.